Hello there, everyone. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do a wealth potion, okay? A wealth vibration potion. So I have what is here. Let me just bend down a little bit. Okay. So I have here a crystal bowl, right? And it's made of pure quartz, and I love it. But if you don't have a crystal bowl, like a quartz bowl like this, you can get a glass bowl, or you can make like a little, like you can take stones and make a circle and then throw everything inside of there. If you're going to make a circle of stones, you want to make sure that you do a little bit of research to make sure that they're abundant stones like citrine or some sort of jade. So here, and this potion I'm gonna just share with you guys because it's actually pretty cool. So what I put into this potion, and I'm just gonna move a few things over here. What I start off doing is I put stones at the base. So here I have bismuth, which is really good for manifesting, keeping your clarity. I have rhodonolite, which is good for like love, the heart chakra, gratitude. And then I have fuchsite, which aligns all the chakras, and I put fuchsite at the bottom, gently. I have selenite, which is a purifier, a cleanser. I have desert rose, which is another manifester stone. And I have like fugolite, which is basically, these are really cool because they're thunder stones. Basically, when thunder hits sand, it turns into this. And then I believe, let me just double check if I have anything else underneath there. No. So I don't have anything else underneath there. This satchel right here has rose and rose hips, because rose is a protectant and rose hips is an attractant, right? So this, when you're making potions, this is a shamanic potion, and this is what I was taught to do when I was growing up, is that every ingredient counts, okay? Especially if you're gonna be, you need to think about all the properties that go into whatever it is that you're making. So if we're making a wealth potion, we have to think about, okay, well, we know that our heart generates magnitude, and when we express gratitude, that amplifies more of what's coming, right? So I'm gonna make a satchel that is, rose is really good for the heart, and it's also a protectant, and then rose hips is also good for attracting love, right? And gratitude. So every time I feel gratitude, this potion right here is gonna get triggered by these metaphysical properties inside of this satchel of herbs. So what I do is, like, I put my credit cards down at the bottom. I even printed out some symbols here, just so you can go ahead and put them in there. You can use Antojai symbols, quantum Reiki symbols if you want, neurocodes, whatever it is, whatever alchemy that I've taught you, whatever resonates with you, you can really put in here. So whether you're using a stone circle, just a glass jar, sometimes I've made these as well inside of a glass jar, or you're using a crystal bowl like this. What you do is you throw in bills of money. So the reason why this one's really cool is because I originally I had a patient that came through. The patient had paid me about like $80, and I put $80 down, and I had set up all the stones. I took a piece of paper, I wrote down my intention. So what I like to do with these types of papers is, like, I write down, like, let's say if there's a certain amount of money that I feel like I need to be making a month so that I can, you know, take care of the mission, take care of my family, take care of myself, and, you know, whatever my end of the year goal is, right? However much I want to have in the bank. So I put that in here. So I started off with $100, about $80 to $100 is what I believe I started off with, and it just after a patient had come in. I threw that in there. I started, you know, putting the stones. I did everything, and then I started singing the bowl. Okay, since quartz is a high resonator, this makes sense as like my hot pot, right? My cooking pot would be quartz because it heals everything that's in here. So if I have any stagnant energy in there, the other stones that are in there will amplify the purification intention of the wealth that I'm seeking right now, right, for my projects. Plus I threw in a fresh check right here that still has not been cashed from a client. And this is what was ridiculous. I went into my car, I went to go look for a shamanic device that I misplaced. And when I went into my car, I found a satchel of money. Like, I think I had over $300 in that satchel of money that's been sitting in my car for months now that I totally forgot about, just as soon as I started putting this together. So then since that money had shown up and I didn't even know that it was there, I took that money and I threw it in here because obviously it showed up because I made this concoction. So then whatever other patients have been giving me cash, I go ahead and I throw in here. Now in my backyard, I have a hibiscus tree and I have a sage plant. So this has been brewing for a couple days already. The first day I grabbed a fresh stalk of sage. Maybe you would have seen me do it on Instagram when I did this. I talked about how you ask the plant for its properties, and when it gives you its properties, you thank it. I only needed a little bit, and she said, here, take all of this. And I said, well, thank you. I'm very grateful. So what I started doing with it, in shamanic ritual, you want to douse, and I'll take, this one's a fresh one from today. You want to take the energy of your herbs and sprinkle down their magical properties. We know that when we burn sage, it clears out the energies. It's very good for killing bacteria. So what you do is you, with intention, here you go. You know, I want this energy to be a part of my potion. And I even will like grab it, hold it really close to myself, and then like almost blow energy through putting my own life essence into the stone's metaphysical essence and throwing that in there. Now, I started this late night, and then I went ahead and I started doing this. You know, I set my intention, I put everything, and I'm feeling grateful while I do it. I'm putting energy into it. I do the same thing. I grabbed a couple hibiscus that had pollen in them. So pollen is, you know, a form of regeneration in life. Hibiscus is another good stone for abundance in the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is tied to your abundance center. So what I did was I just grabbed it and I meditated and I thanked the plant and I set my intention. And I threw it in there, right? And that's all I did. Earlier today, I went ahead, I grabbed some more plants, I threw them in there. I did the same process, setting my intention. The first day was like me kind of putting wishes into it. On the second day, when I was starting to sing the bowl, because that's what I do, I started really falling into a trance of like, oh, I have my desired goal that's on this paper, and like this is starting to generate more money, and you can feel the energy coming. Every day you get closer, there's like this higher density of energy that gets played in here. And then I use some old shamanic chants that I learned as a child for this type of work. One of them is a prayer to the god Didun, which is the god of finance and the god, the master of finance, the master of taking care of monetary values and projects in general. So the chant in Spanish is Aquí viene de don a cuidarnos, a curarnos, a curar. So that basically means, here comes the don to cure us, to help us. So you can go ahead and create your own anglicized version. Here comes the don to take care of us. You know, it'll somehow work. Or you can go ahead and sound alchemy. Chanting is very, very powerful. So you can, maybe you resonate with another god of or master of abundance, right? Like Lakshmi or maybe Ain. So what you would do is you kind of just like let it free flow. You know, if I had to make one of these out of necessity, I tune into the vibration of the being that I understand, and I make a song that honors their vibration and my intention. So, you know, and this is just a passed down one that I'm using, which I'm really familiar with. There's another incantation that I like to use, which is called Omni Hone. Omni Hone means all of wealth. So if Omni is like the all-powerful, and then wealth would be Hone. So you can also do Omni Hone, Omni Hone, Omni Hone, Omni Hone, Omni Hone, Omni Hone. And you can kind of like keep playing around with that kind of sound. So here I'm putting in my intention. Everything's been brewing for a couple days, and here's my little process here. Okay, I'm gonna walk you through it. You might see the cable in the way a little bit, but let's start. I usually, right now, this direction right here is south, north, east, and west, right? So I usually set east, setting my intention for the future, south, for the present that I am, the west, for the lessons that we have learned to carry us on to the east, and the north to always guide us with wisdom and the highest knowledge of the masters. Aquí viene de don a cuidarnos, a curarnos, a curar. Aquí viene de don a curarnos, a curarnos, a curar. Aquí viene de don a cuidarnos, a cuidarnos, a cuidar. Aquí viene de don a curarnos, a cuidarnos, a cuidar. Aquí viene de don a curarnos, a curarnos, a curar. Aquí viene de don a curarnos, a curarnos, a curar. Aquí viene de don a curarnos, a curarnos, a curar. Aquí viene de don a curarnos, a curarnos, a curar. Aquí viene de don a curarnos, a curarnos, a curar. Aquí viene de don a curarnos, a curarnos, a curar. Omni Hone, 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 Omni Hone. And while I do this, I feel gratitude, and I feel that in this present moment, my manifestation is here. It is now. It is present. My consciousness witnesses the magic that is inside of this bowl, the magic that the earth, that Gaia is giving us, that Didun is giving us, or whatever master you are using. I honor Didun and all the masters of prosperity, wealth, abundance, and community. Thank you for bestowing your magical vibration upon this beautiful potion for the future that is to come, for the new earth that is here, that is the Ascension Temple. I am grateful. We are grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I do this for like about 3 days. And I do it in the daytime. I do it at nighttime. If you don't have the singing bowl property, you can just meditate with it and set your intention. And really make it a divine process. Open up your heart when you do this. And feel the gratitude when you do this. When we do any sort of alchemy, not just sound alchemy for manifestation, we must always have our heart into it. There are shamans that only put their thought into it. And those shamans, though powerful, are always less powerful than those of us that carry it within our heart, within our soul, within our being. This is the lesson that I can give you, one shaman to an initiate, right? From shaman to shaman brother. This is one of the most powerful techniques that will open up your reality and the reality of others. Thank you for watching. This is Ascended Master Antojai with this episode of Patreon, Sound Alchemy, and Manifestation.